pub conversation. Then I saw him perform with his group at Charlie Brown's or whatever. I was surprised they didn't have a record deal. But of course then they did get a record deal with Rough Trade. £25,000.
Blimey.
They gave them, little knowing that the £25,000 would be the start of a big party, which hasn't really finished yet.
Right.
I think they spent all but £5 on drugs of the 25. And why not? They made cheap demos. And the recorded part of it is history.
Well, you used to introduce the band, didn't you?
I used to get up and introduce them. If we both got there at the same time, they'd say, Jock, get up and do a couple of poems before we go on. So it tied in nicely, you know. Peter did me a favour and I did him a favour.
So what venues were these?
They used to play all over the place. They used to play over Portobello, but before they signed to Rough Trade, I remember they played over near Porchester Bath, just down from Royal Oak Tube. I remember they played there. And,
In a pub, you mean?
Yeah, in a tiny little pub.
Right.
But somehow they'd expanded it. Jeanette Lee was the DJ, the boss of Rough Trade, boss partner, ex-Public Image Limited. Jeanette loved them from the word go. She was like, this is the band I've been waiting on.
Right.
And they were. But of course she couldn't have been warned or have half expected the way it unfolded. No one could have. But that's the good thing about Peter, he's not predictable. He may be charming, but he's not predictable, he's not boring. He's the real deal. He doesn't care.
What do you mean about, like, unexpected, the Libertines? What was the sort of feeling with the band in the early days then, sort of?
Well, I think they'd more or less written down a sort of battle plan of attack, what we're going to do, right down to what they were wearing. We're going to wear clothes that are rock and roll, but we're going to wear clothes that people can afford to buy, like second-hand brogues and those leather jackets they wore. You could pick them up anywhere for next to nothing.
Uh-huh.
And a pair of jeans, and off they went. Trot, 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 rock, rock, rock. And it was just what everyone was waiting on, really, after the boredom of Oasis and how dull they were. To see something really exciting was just, everyone went, at last, thank goodness, they've turned up.
Right.
Everyone was waiting on the Libertines to happen. And happen they did. And I mean, this is what, 10, 14 years later, they're still doing it. To huge acclaim in Hyde Park, to thousands of people. But sometimes there'd be like a pub full or a half a pub full and more people on stage than there was in the bar, and they couldn't even plug their guitars in. They didn't know where the lead went. They were so fucking out of it.
Right.
You know, I'd get up and introduce them to read a couple of poems, and ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the Libertines. And I'd be like, what do I do now? So I'd step off the stage, which was already being swamped by everyone in the place, and I'd spend the rest of the gig trying to hold the people off the stage, because I was trapped by the crazy fans.
You got trampled on one occasion, didn't you?
I got trampled more than once. But I think the band appreciated the fact that I put myself between them and the screaming horde, because then they could at least see if they were plugged in or not for 5 minutes before the next stage invasion. But Peter used to encourage it, the chaos. He loved jumping in the audience. He was spending half the time in the audience. I think that's enough though, Paul.
Okay.
I've run out.